Look at Snoopy. Snoopy, welcome to my channel. My name is Don Wizzy. So, I wanted to do this video really quick. I only got like 5 minutes left on my memory thing, so I'm just gonna do a quick video. So tomorrow, right? Tomorrow I turn 34 years old, and I don't know. So it's funny because, well, it's not funny. It's interesting that everything I do is for my health, right? Like I fast, I eat raw meat, I work out, and I've realized many things that I wasn't aware of before. You know how most people are always trying to well, I mean, I'm not saying going to school is a bad thing, or I'm not saying that getting money is a bad thing, but most people, that's what society tells you, right? Like you have to go to school, make money, and I don't know, and that's like what everybody wants to do. Everybody's like concerned about either going to school for something or getting money for something, and that's not really what it's about. I mean, it is what it's about, of course. Like we need money to survive and all that stuff, and we need and we should go to school for something, because you know you'll have to know something in life in order to survive. Like that's how like society was built. But everyone seems to have forgotten about their health, right? Like most people are fat and sick, and so it's like I realized that because I fell into what everybody else fell for, the going to school and getting money and thinking that's gonna resolve your life. And then a lot of times people end up like with a whole bunch of money, all stressed out, paying bills, because their main focus was just to get money and to get money and to go to school. So I didn't want to, and a lot of people have like degrees and stuff. Like they went to like law school or whatever, and they don't even work in the field that they went to school for. So I mean, and a lot of times they're unhappy. Like their health isn't, I mean, I see these things, right? And then I see other people that well, I mean, I've learned and I've tried and I've been searching for like other paths of life. And then there's a lot of paths, right? There's like the spiritual path. Like a lot of people, like the Christian, like the Hindu people, right? Like a lot of them would just go to India and just like wander around. Like they don't even eat, like they just fast like all day. I forgot what they're called. These these Hindu people that devoted their whole life just to praise those higher forces. So it's just like there's like all sorts of things in this life, right? But so I came down to the conclusion that, I mean, from things that I've lived and things that I've experienced, and so basically to me the most important thing is my health, right? Like that's what that's like my main focus, is just to be healthier and to be stronger every day. That's like what my main focus is. And then I like to talk about other subjects, right? Like what we're supposed to eat, right? Like I know for a fact that we're carnivores, but the thing about being a carnivore is that every time you eat another soul's flesh, it's like it's kind of like you're placing more karma into your earthly world. So I'm going to talk about that in some other video, because that's another complicated subject. But anyway, so what I really wanted to talk about was that how we were, and I also follow, or I also have researched, and I agree with a lot of things that Dr. Ajahn Viswanathan said, things that he mentioned. And one of them is that we're supposed to live 150 years. Like we were designed to, and it's so true. Like we were meant to live 150 years, but nowadays, since society is so overdeveloped, like our lives have been cut short by like half. Like life expectancy is about half that, right? Is about 100 and I mean, life expectancy right now for like the world is like 80 years old. It's like they cut it in half, and it's because of this. It's exactly because of this. It's exactly because of society. It's because people, they make you believe something that's not really. I mean, it's not really what it's all about. So it's more about health and happiness, right? And once you found your, once people have found how to be happy, then they will well, once people are healthy, they'll be happy, and once they're happy, they're gonna know that the thing that they should value the most is their health, because that's the only way that they're gonna be happy. You see what I mean? So anyway, so actually, I'm gonna cut this video, man. I don't know if like I'm trying to get a lot of information across. The thing is that tomorrow's my birthday, so it's like, man, like I'm like a baby. Like I have what 100 and like 20 more years left, and I just, oh man, oh, like I met this guy, right, when I did a bicycle trip all the way from Bogota to Cali, so it was like almost 500 kilometers. And so I rode my bike through these mountains, right, and I bumped into some guy. This guy was like 90 years old, and the guy, I am not lying to you. You could, if you saw the guy and you like from, let's say, from like a couple feet away, you would not. And if, let's say, you saw this guy, you would think you would think his age would be like probably in his 40s, because the guy, I mean, he seemed like he did not, he seemed like he was somewhere around his 40s. This guy was 90 years old. He was still strong. Like you could, oh, like his hair was, you know how most people's hairs get like really white after, I don't know, like if you the people that I've seen that are like 60 or older, like their hair is like completely like white. Like this guy still had, like, his hair was, it was like gray. It was like he had like a few white hairs on his head. Like you could, this guy seemed like he was 40 years old, strong as fuck. And he was 90 years old, and you could just tell that he was extremely healthy. So, and most people at that age is like most people is because of society, like, because society. So let's say that in this guy, and the other thing was that he wasn't like a very how do you say it, like those type of people that depend on like their doctors and all that stuff. In fact, I told him, I was like, bro, don't even go to your doctor. That you go to your doctor, he's gonna tell you some dumb shit. He's probably gonna cut your life short. And he's like, no, he's like, I don't have to. Like, I feel good. Like I was like, damn. And that's exactly what I mean. So it's because of society, man, that people are so fucked up nowadays. So anyhow, I wanted to share that. So I'm gonna be 34 years old tomorrow, man, and it's like I feel like I'm a newborn, like, right? And it's like, oh man, it's like, don't let society fool you, man. Like, we're not, oh, like, oh man, we're supposed to just train. And there's actually more things I want to talk about on this channel, and I don't want to make this too long, because there's like so many things that I've discovered that I can't explain it all in one video. My name's Wizzy, Wizzy Pacheco. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already subscribed. I have more things coming up. I've been focusing on myself, because that's really all it is been focusing on my health. And so that's why I just been busy, but I have more things coming up, and interesting things, man. It's all about just being happy and healthy, and of course, I'm a carnivore, so that's another thing I want to talk about is I got some really interesting material coming up. I'm going to interview this really interesting guy, and everything he does is amazing.